Hello, first graders. It's Miss Vanderhoff. I'm so excited to be learning some more math with you again this week. So I have my balance scale here because this week we are going to be learning all about equality. So our learning target for math today is, by the end of today, I'll be able to use an equal sign to show when two expressions are the same amount. So we know our equal sign. Here's a picture of it here. I also put an equal sign on my balance scale because we know when the balance scale is sitting flat like this, we know that whatever is on both sides is equal. And equal means that both sides have the same amount. So we're going to learn a couple of words first, and then we're going to use some cubes on our balance scale to see which ones are equal and which ones are not equal. So the first word that we need to use that we just talked about is equal. So this symbol here with two lines means equal, and it means that whatever is over here is going to be the same amount. Now sometimes they're not going to be equal, and I'll let you know a little secret. This is actually a second grade symbol, but I think you guys can handle it. So when whatever is on this side is not the same as whatever is on this side, when they're not the same amount, this is a symbol that means not equal. And in fact, this may look familiar because, you know, now at the bottom of your screen when we're doing our videos, you know, when the microphone or the camera has a line through it just like this, it means it's not on. And so if you have an equal sign with a line through it, it means not equal. You guys are going to be so ready for second grade because you're going to see those in second grade. Now, this one's like a third grade word, but I'll show it to you too. It says expression. So expression is the stuff that you'll see on either side of the equal or not equal sign. Sometimes it has a plus or minus sign in it, like here's an expression, 4 plus 3. Sometimes it's just a number by itself, like 8. So those are called expressions, and you'll see it on either side of the equal sign, and that's how we're going to decide if it's equal or not equal, if each expression is the same amount or not. And then finally, one more word, equation. So an equation is when you have two expressions, one on the side, one on the side, and it has an equal sign because they're worth the same amount. So it has to be equal to be an equation. You can even see part of the word equal in there. That gives you a little hint that equation means it has to be equal. So we're going to do some exploring with our equal sign today in our balance scale. So here I have our balance scale. Right now there's nothing on it, so both sides are balanced. They're both equal. But we're going to be adding some cubes to the balance scale to see if whatever expression is over here is going to be equal to whatever is over here. So first, I think I'll put 2 cubes. So I got 2 cubes here. I'm going to put 2 cubes on this side of the equation, and we'll see. Right now, I cannot say that it's equal. I'll have to take my equal sign off because you see how it's not balanced. In fact, if you remember back when we did greater than and less than, we could say right now that 2 cubes over here is greater than 0 cubes over here. So right now it's not equal. Right now the side is greater than this one. And so that's why the scale is not balanced. Do you know how many cubes I'd need to add to this side to make the scale balance again, to make it equal? Let me add 1 cube. Let's see what happens. So right now on our scale we have 2 cubes here and 1 cube here. If I was going to write those expressions, I would write 2 here and 1 over here. Can I say that 2 is equal to 1? Does it look equal to you? It doesn't look equal to me. It looks not equal, and it looks like the 2 is greater than 1. So I might be able to say 2 is greater than 1, or I could say 2 is not equal to 1. Would you agree with both of those math statements? 2 is greater than 1, and 2 is not equal to 1. Now, what about if I take that 1 and I add 1 to it? So now, oops, I made a mistake. Now the side is going to look like this. Now we have 2 over here, and now this side is going to be 1 plus 1 more. Let's see what happens now. Would you say that 2 is equal to 1 plus 1? Does it look like the scale is balanced? It does. I'm going to put my sticker back on because now that is equal. In fact, this is an equation. 2 is equal to 1 plus 1. We just made our first equation. Let's make another equation. Let's do, on this side, I'm going to put 2 together. So this will be 2 plus, I'm going to add something else. I'll do 2 plus 2. So here I had 2 pinks and 2 browns. They're both going to go on this side. 2 plus 2. And I'm going to write that expression on my paper. 2 plus 2. So this side is 2 plus 2. Now I have to figure out what can I put on this side to make the scale balance and to make this an equal equation. Let's see. Let me try putting 3 over here and see what happens. So I'm going to snap together 3 cubes. Here's 3. And I'm going to snap it and put it over here. It's starting to move. Let's see. What do you think? So is 2 plus 2 equal to 3? It looks like it's still not quite balanced. So I'd say 2 plus 2 right now is not equal to 3. Let's see. It looks pretty close. So let me add 1 more over here and see what happens. So I'm going to add 1 more here. So now the expression on this side is not just 3. That expression is going to be 3 plus 1. And what do you see happen to the scale? Now we have 3 green plus 1 yellow over here, 3 plus 1. And we have 2 brown and 2 pink, so 2 plus 2 over here. And would you say that those 2 expressions are equal? It looks like the scale is balanced. So I say that this is an equation. So our equation says 3 plus 1 is equal to 2 plus 2. Now I'll show you another way to double check if this is a true equation, if these 2 expressions are really equal. If I took them off of my scale and I snapped each side together into one long stick, so now I've got my 3 and 1 stuck together, and here I'm going to have my 2 and 2 stuck together. Now if they're really equal, what do you think that they're going to look like when I put them up side by side? Are you thinking how it might look if they're equal? I'm going to hold these side by side, and what do you notice? Does it look like they're both the same amount? It does to me. They're the same height, the same size. So when the scale balances, we know that they're equal, and also if you put them together and they're the same size, that shows that they're equal also. When we're writing them on our paper, it helps to write under them what each side is equal to. So when I had 3 plus 1, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this side is equal to 4. And on this side, 2 plus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, also 4. So I like to, if I'm going to be writing out my equations, I like to write out the numbers on each side because that helps me tell, because 4 and 4. Well, 4 and 4, they're the same number. So the same number's got to be equal to itself. So if 3 plus 1 is 4, and 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 and 4 is equal, that means that 3 plus 1 is equal to 2 plus 2. Now I want to do one more with you today before I let you go, and I want this to be a subtraction one. So I'll show you how we're going to do a subtraction one. I'm going to have, let's see, All right, so here I have 6 greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put my 6 greens on one side. Oh yeah, it's very, very heavy. Let me get my paper ready to write. Okay, so that side is equal to 6. And on this side, I'm going to put, let's see. On this side, I'm going to put 2. Now there's 2 different ways that I could go about solving this problem and making it equal. I could do 6. Now we know that 6 is greater than 2, right? Because it's going down further. If this was a mouth, I'd want to eat the bigger one, and that's the 6. So I could say 6 is equal to something plus 2, because I would need to add more here to make it balance. Or I could do 6 minus something is equal to 2. And the minus one is actually the one I want to try. So if I have 6 over here, my question is, what do I need to take away from 6 to make it equal to 2? Are you thinking about how many I might need to take away to make it equal to 2? Well, let's try taking away 1 and see if that makes it equal. So 6 minus 1. Is it equal yet? No. Let's do 6 minus 2. What do you think? 6 minus 2? Still not equal yet. Let's do minus 3. Oh, it's getting closer. Does it look equal yet? Almost, but not quite. Let's do 6 minus 4, and let's see if that is equal. What do you notice? 6, and I took away 4, and now the scale is balanced. So my equation looks like this. If I start with 6 and take away 4, it'll be equal to 2. Because 6 minus 4, there's only 2 left. And 2 is equal to 2. Now, that is the basics of equal sign and creating some equations using these cubes in our balance scale. And I'm going to be making a Wixie for you guys all to practice a little bit of equality. I hope that you guys tried some of the Wixies for graphs last week. Today you'll have a chance to make some Wixies with balancing some equations. And tomorrow we'll be making some equations, we'll be writing some equations, we'll be using the balance scale again, and learning all about making some equations, making the scale balance. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.